There is always the worry about the cash flow, and this is where interest and inflation comes in. If I've got to wait for a year on a project to get cash flow from the public owner or from the owner to say we're going to filter it down or we have change orders out there, we don't stop paying. We continue to work. And if the interest rates are, say, X amount, and we're borrowing that to pay Y, but the final amount is going to be Z, you better have a pretty accountant, and the fulcrum there is getting smaller sometimes. And when the interest rates go up or down, that impacts us. So cash flow is huge. As you say, cash is king. You don't ever want to be in the position, and our firms don't want to be, to say we are project rich, but we aren't getting paid quick enough. Or we have so many projects going on, our payroll better keep track with what we're being paid. So that is a great point, and that's something that our firms always talk about.
Great. Thank you. So Mark and Felice, on workforce specifically, labor costs and skilled labor shortages continue to come up across the data. Are your members seeing meaningful progress in workforce development and labor shortages, or do these feel like longer-term structural challenges?
Well, I think our issues are kind of similar to Johnny's. So certainly as craft labor, union craft labor, there's a steady supply of a workforce. There's a pipeline through apprenticeship training programs. I don't think we see the same issues that happen nationally. We do have, some trades that are at full employment. Others still have people on the bench, and that's a challenge. But there's a process through the unions and the apprenticeship programs for bringing people in. And certainly as union subcontractors, we know what the labor rates are. They're negotiated. We know what those increases are going to be. The real challenge that we're finding, and I think this is similar to what Johnny talked about, is finding that professional staff, especially if you're a smaller or mid-sized firm. Attracting and retaining the estimators, the project managers, the other experienced management staff, that's where we're finding a real challenge and a real gap. And getting back to some of the questions about costs and price increases, the interest rates on line of credit and slow payment processes are what's really a problem for our members. Change orders that take years to resolve and get paid, slow payments from public owners, is putting a lot of financial pressure on subcontractors. And it's causing, contractors and subs as well to basically be the bank for public owners. And that's a real problem. And it's putting a lot of financial pressure on companies, especially with high interest rates on those lines of credit. And it's eating away, any profit margin on these projects.